Re na ra na re no ra na na ta na tu. Namaste. Welcome to the second in the series of spontaneous shorts on Nadi Yoga and related formal presentation in the form of Dhrupad. In this one, I'm speaking about breath, but a particular feature, a distinguishing feature that one can use to differentiate Nadi Yoga with just a form of singing. So in Nadi Yoga, we must breathe through the nostrils and have a long exhale through the mouth. It's like breath sounded. So an in-breath that can travel and engage these channels here and here and travel out, and of course this and this are also engaged. But what the nasal breath is able to do is, of course, for one, avoid traffic. If you breathe in through the mouth and breathe out, you're creating this sort of two-way traffic through a limited portion of the body. You also dry out your throat. You can see musicians needing to sip sometimes, or having dry throat if you're a practicing student of Hindustani vocal or Carnatic vocal, and or any other music actually. So while it aids that aspect, the main function is to engage and channel the breath in a certain way. This is something I came upon on my own in the recent years, and another female Dhrupad singer who has worked in Dhrupad for a very long time also came upon it recently, and in our conversations in the last 2 years, I would say, this became illuminated fully for me, and you'll be happy to know that eventually I was able to find another resource that confirms this. Shri Shyam ji Bhatnagar, an exponent of Nadi Yoga, associated with the Chakra Institute. You can refer his work and listen to a talk or more on YouTube, and he will tell you that the distinguishing factor that separates Nadi Yoga from forms of singing is breathing in through the nose. So it's not a chant or a Nadi Yoga endeavor unless you're breathing in through the nose. Additionally, if you look at what the effect is on the body-mind environment, those who understand the nadis and the Ingla-Pingla nadis and the behavior of the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, I'm sure you're aware that a longer and continuous exhale, a sustained exhale, activates your parasympathetic nervous system and engages a calming environment for you. So therefore, I could have sung the phrases, artistically speaking, I could have sung the phrase that I sang in the beginning of this talk in shorter bursts with shorter in-breath and shorter out-breath segments. But the effect on the body-mind system is not the same at all. It's actually very different. And the reverse is also true. In certain life situations, if you're having a psychological response of freeze and fawn, and you need to get moving and get a burst of action in there, then a longer in breath and a short out breath will have the opposite effect. It will engage the sympathetic nervous system. It will raise your heartbeat and simulate an environment in the body that allows it to spring forward in action. So with that, this concludes this little note on breath, which I think is a special insight. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and namaste.